Hey everybody, welcome back to The Twilight Zone. This title is goofy. Do you know why it's goofy? Because it's got a little exclamation mark. Is that called something different in America? I don't know. What do you call it? A line period? Anyway, it's called Monsters. Line period. And that makes it goofy. If it was just monsters without it, I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. But because it's got line period, I'm like, it's like it's not taking itself seriously. If there were multiple ones, I'd be like, oh shit, invasion. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this. I'm sort of preparing my brain for goofiness. Although it's not a short episode, so maybe I shouldn't. You remember, what was that one called? The one I hated? The Uncle Devil Show? You remember that one. But this is a significantly longer one, so could be kids. I hope not, because I can't. YouTube and episodes with children in them, just incompatible. I may as well not put them up. Well, I can put them up, but nobody can comment on them. You know? Something I must keep in mind as well for movies as well. Don't watch movies with any kids in them. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is out. We're never going to watch a Rick Moranis classic. I don't even know if I've seen that. Even as a child, that movie just seemed way too silly and goofy. Yeah, and all sorts of other movies are out. And we can't watch Little House on the Prairie either, or The Waltons, because aren't there like 50 billion kids? Or The Brady Bunch. We can't watch any of those. No way. I know you're disappointed. We'll just wait for everybody to grow up and then we'll watch it. That doesn't work. Get them to refilm. Get all the adult actors to refilm their episodes. That's so stupid. Well, this is setting the stage immediately, isn't it? We've got masks. Oh, is that a grandma? Are you playing a prank?
Die, monster, die!
Die, monster, die? Don't tell me. American International, 1967,
Oh.
starred Boris Karloff, Nick Adams, based on a story by H.P. Lovecraft.
He's an expert.
It was 1965. Look it up.
A little louder, Toby. They can't quite hear you in Seattle.
My two children.
Where do we live?
You missed.
It's wholesome.
Saturday morning, Tobe. You ought to be out getting some sun and scoping out the chicks.
Maybe later.
Yeah. Scoping out the chicks.
Not much to do
So-
since Polly moved, huh? I saw a moving truck down the street.
A family with other kids?
There's only one way to find out, Tobe.
Let's go meet them. This kid's an extrovert for sure. Hey, movers.
I don't get it.
That's some weird music you got there, guys. What is this? Shit pop radio? Oh, I was enjoying it though. I can do it too. Is that a mover or a member of the household? Hello.
You scared me.
I meant to. Bless you.
Are you allergic to this guy?
Is this any kind of a
Frightmare.
book for a boy to read on a summer afternoon?
I've got every issue. I read Dracula twice and Frankenstein once.
Ah, a student of midnight then.
I know this actor.
When twilight and dawn are evenly balanced. Midnight. When the monsters come out.
Don't. Hey, stop scaring the kid.
I'm Emil Francis Bendixson.
Can I call you something for short?
My dad's read just about every book there is and seen just about every horror movie
We've seen
ever
all
made.
the movies.
Is this an avocation you both share?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we bond over it.
You like monsters too?
Are you a monster?
Look at me, boy. am a monster.
Oh, jeez.
A vampire.
I believe him.
That's silly. Those vampires can't stand the purifying rays of the sun.
Who said?
Well,
Maybe he has grandkids, Toad. Did you ask?
Mom,
he said he was a vampire.
he's creepy. He said boo.
He did say boo. This kid's allergic to everything.
Oh, no, you're not going to get a summer cold now.
The Crawling Eye is on Channel 6, DCA 1957.
1958, starring Forrest Tucker.
Does he have anything in common with his mother?
What's the matter? You okay?
Yeah, I must be getting old.
It's the old baseball arm, you know? That's why I just watch TV now with the kid. You wouldn't be able to do this. He's sneaking into this old man's house. What is this, a tree house? The garlic pendant. That'll ward off the vampire. Get across. You gotta get across. That'll do. Oh, he knows you're looking at him. Just like a vampire. To be cleaning his car. He's lifting it. He's lifting it. He's got super strength. You should get a garage for that, so nobody can see.
I guess this works after all.
You've got the strength of the undead.
There's nothing for you to be afraid of
Yeah,
here, boy.
don't worry, Toby.
You're gonna kill me and suck my blood
Maybe.
and recruit me into the army of the night.
Just your mother.
Everything you think you know about vampires is rubbish. There, you're so fond of garlic. Come on, I'll take you to just the place.
Is it the garlic store?
You're not eating any.
Boy, with my stomach, I'm...
Hey, where did Toby go? I don't know, honey. I think he took off with that old man. Where did they go? I don't know. The 80s. It's the 80s. Nobody cares. Your kid walks off with a strange old man. Nobody gives a shit. He'll be back. He'll be back for dinner. Once the sun goes down, we'll just holler out the window. And he'll come running. The way it's always been, so the way it'll always be. You can't miss movie night. He has to come back for movie night. Anyway, what's this? Do you think this guy's really a vampire? Maybe he's a magician. Maybe he's a trick car. You know the way rappers have those bouncing cars? Maybe he has one of those.
Okay, I can eat much of anything.
I'll bet you know hypnosis. I'll bet you made me think I saw you lift that car.
Maybe.
Got any grandkids?
I'm afraid I've been around too much for that. A family and a home just weren't in the cards for me.
I get it.
Like an aged elephant seeking the burial ground, I've come home to end my days. Nothing's the same, though.
It's all modern and weird. Oh, he's getting it now. He just coughed all over their food. Get fired.
I'm glad we can be friends, Mr. Bendixson.
Yeah.
Your head hurt?
Yeah.
I've got a fake cold.
How'd you know?
Can you help me with that?
We better get along. Your parents might be worried.
Maybe the vampire's sending out some weird allergens. I don't know.
Hello, Mr. Bendixson? It's me, Toby.
Are we going to see this poor man die at the end of this episode? I hope not. He's in his coffin, kid. He's in his coffin. Oh, that's where Paulie keeps his secret key. In raw daylight. Not hidden under anything. God damn it, Paulie.
Mr. Bendixson?
I really wish they'd remaster this series. Indoor shots are always so dank and terrible. Maybe it's just the way it was filmed. On a toaster. Blood! He just needs transfusions, that's all. He's getting old.
It's the flu. It's, one of those Asian things. It's Vietnam.
One of those Asian things. What?
I don't know. It feels more like an allergy to me.
Why would everybody be allergic to the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep watching the skies.
Yeah. He said the thing. He said the thing. Hey!
I tried to tell them, but the words wouldn't come out. I wanted to tell
It
them.
would have served no purpose. It'll all be over soon.
What do you mean?
Getting close to the time now.
You gonna die?
Come on, walk with me into the night, you and I. You afraid I'm going to bite you?
Maybe steal your youth.
I don't need to do that anymore. Step out and I'll show you something you've never seen before.
Could you give me a
Come
hint?
on! Come on!
Before I go out there? Oh, this kid's enthralled. He used his vampire voice. Oh, look, fog in a cemetery. You ever seen that before?
Something I want to show you.
Some of your old friends?
You were buried here?
You don't really die. It's like an infection, a disease.
Ooh,
It prolongs your life, though.
maybe Toby has it.
But at a cost. There are worse things in the night than me. Things so terrible that I have spent 147 years running from them. And if one of my kind stays too long in a place, they come out.
Uh-oh.
Real beasts. What do you know about genetics?
Mutants.
A genetic safeguard to protect mankind from my kind. Here, I'll show you.
What are you doing?
It's like an allergy. It's in you, too. But that isn't why I brought you here.
I don't want to see the real monsters.
You don't think I'd drag you out here to show you something ugly, do
I
you?
don't know, maybe.
Look,
We are in a graveyard.
a gift for you.
Oh, fireflies.
I discovered this as a boy. Now it's yours. When everything else grows hazy, try to hold on to this good thing.
Gee, mister, I will. I'll remember. Oh, Godzilla! That's not Godzilla.
I think I'm gonna go take a hot bath. Maybe that'll help.
She's allergic. The son's allergic.
Dad, when's midnight?
Why?
Because that's when the monsters come out.
That was Elizabeth from across the street. She wanted to borrow the hot water bottle. This isn't right. It's as if the entire block has gone wrong.
Yeah, they're all allergic. Okay.
Oh my God, you're bleeding.
Uh-oh.
Toby, call 911.
Everybody split up from each other. Oh, both his parents are turning into frickin' monsters. Did he bring all this back to town with him? The whole town. Are they coming to his house? Are they gonna eat him?
Said there was blood everywhere.
How could something like this happen in Mill Valley?
I don't know.
You leave San Francisco and the crazies still find a way of catching up with you.
Toby had gotten to know Mr. Bendixson.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
They were best friends.
I'm just praying I can sleep tonight. Such a time last night. All I did was toss and turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all the same.
We
I'm
were all
so
out walking,
exhausted,
weren't we?
I can hardly keep my eyes open.
We all woke up in the graveyard.
I'm trying to see his face, but I can't. I'm trying to remember something.
That was only yesterday, kid.
I don't know.
I remember.
Just a shock. It was a horrible, horrible thing.
In a couple of days, you'll have it. He's in your heart. Right now, waiting.
Trying to break out. Come to the surface.
I remember.
When everything else grows hazy, try to hold on to this
Yeah.
good thing.
It's kind of chilly out here, champ. You sure you want to do this?
Come on, Dad. We have to see this.
Would they still be here? Yeah. Did they bring Mom out too?
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's terrific, Ace.
Kid doesn't care about his mom.
I like it out here at night. Mr. Bendixson said, there's nothing at night we have to be scared of.
Right, so here's the story, as I understand it. And I've just read a little bit about it just to make sure I understand it. Vampires cause monsters. The mere presence of a vampire in the area will cause a genetic mutation in humans, or at least some humans, that will turn them into monsters. That's what was happening to Toby. His parents, at least. Did Toby turn too? Maybe. And the rest of the residents of that street. Because of the vampire. At midnight, or close enough, they all turned into monsters. They went to his house and killed him. Or he was going to die anyway. But that's why he was moving from place to place. That's why he had no kids, because he could never settle. Because anywhere he went, he would bring that genetic disease with him. And at the end, Pops is still sneezing. Why? Is there a monster nearby? Is their kid and a new vampire? Is there a vampire in the cornfield? Who knows? Who knows? I think it was just a little twist at the end. They added to the end of the episode. You know, to make you go, whoop. You know? All I know is that there was a lot of fake coughing and fake sneezing in this episode. So I needed a few more takes. And it's a strange one. It's a mix of melancholy and goofiness. And the father-son bonding was probably the strangest element of it. Them quoting things back and forth and arguing over years and having everything in common. It's just kind of weird. Just if you watch it, you just saw it, didn't you? The mom has absolutely nothing in common with either of them. And the episode makes no effort to make her character even relevant to the story or anything. He didn't even take her to see the lightning bugs at the end. You know? It was just a story about a father and son and an old grandpa who had super strength. He moved around a lot. Where did he get that car? I thought he had to move from place to place because of the infection. But he has a freaking fancy car he was polishing. Could afford to buy real estate. You know? I don't know, there's something more going on with that guy. Did they really kill him? Maybe he's still hanging out in the cemetery. Maybe they tried to kill him. They failed again. They tried to bury him again. That's why Pops was sneezing. I don't know. It's a confusing one for me. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm just happy to have seen it and experienced it. But it won't stick with me too much, I don't think. And Paulie, if you're going to leave a key to your home in a secret place, don't leave it in plain view of the cameraman. You didn't even have to lift a rock or go into some shrubbery. Or how about you put it in the secret treehouse underneath the house? That's a good spot. Nobody climbs in there except kids. Perfect. You know? Whew. So yeah, in the end, he was really a vampire. But not the kind that you see in movies. And he was obsessed with Mark Twain. He was absolutely obsessed with that author. You know? He wanted the kid to stop watching monsters movies and reading monster books. You know? Mary Shelley, get out of here. Anne Rice, go to hell. He's all about Mark Twain. How about you call him Samuel Clemens, dude, if you like him that much? How about that? Right, next episode is called A Small Talent for War. Ooh. That's humanity. That's the answer to that. We have a small talent for that. It's a short one. It is an 8-minute episode. So we'll see that. Next, and the episode after, it's called A Matter of Minutes, which is longer, ironically. Twice as long. Right. So come back next time. And what do you think of that episode? It was, I don't know, there was a melancholiness to it, a goofiness to it, and a strange horror aspect to it. But I'm not quite sure it all works quite how they intended it to. I give it a B+ for effort. See you next time.